Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I was just watching Jacob at Auto Autopsy give us the 9.5 rough idle fix. I presume that would go for any of the OG 9.3s out there as well. Like on my convertible, I'll probably end up doing the same thing. But I'm going to go ahead and increase the desired setting to my RPM plus 50. So when I'm in drive, we get less vibration at the light. Thanks Jacob. That was definitely something that you taught me, so I appreciate that. Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Kyle. This is the 2003 Saab 9.5 that we've been working on for the last 2 weeks. This car was originally for sale for a parts car or as a major repair car because the HVAC system wasn't working and a couple other things. If you haven't been in tune with the build, be sure to check out the playlist above because we've gone ahead and we revamped everything under the hood. We revamped the interior in the last episode, leather stitching and all, and now in this episode we're gonna fix the failure, I hope, the failure of the rear park assist. When I get the rear park assist or put the car in reverse, it says rear park assist failure. So I'm gonna go ahead and check the harnesses, either in the trunk lid and behind the bumper to see what could be the cause. If everything looks good in terms of wiring, then it's gonna tell us that the sensor is actually bad itself. So let's go ahead and dive into this. I'm gonna go ahead and diagnose. I'm gonna turn the car off first off, and now I'm gonna return it back on because I programmed it. But let's see here. We're gonna go into the body and we're gonna check out what's going on with the rear sensors here. B2939, left outer distance sensor, internal air. So, alright guys, so I'm getting B2939 as you just saw, and we're going to figure out exactly what's going on. A typical culprit could be from the harness on the trunk lid, so now we're getting a rear rear light failure. That's always fun. So, alright, I'm going to turn this car off before it explodes. Alright guys, so the first thing I'm going to do is open up the trunk lid. A very common failure on these things, it can result in a lot of things. It can result in a busted light in here, and sensor is this harness here gets cut off, and as you can see, maybe not, as you can see, this harness here is all freaking chewed up. So this can break the harness wires inside. This can break the wires inside and cause other electronic failures. So let's just go ahead and check out all the harnesses there, the wires, and make sure that it is okay. And as I can see from here, everything looks to be okay. Just to protect this for the future, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap a piece of duct tape around this. All right. So that is not the issue. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this bumper to see if all the wiring behind the bumper is okay. Sometimes maybe a wire falls loose or some animal like a mouse or something chews a wire, or the sensor actually went bad. So let's check it out. Alright guys, so after doing some research, I went onto the Whiz online for the Saabs. This is the sensor right here that the car is saying is bad. So to get in there, we just simply need to pop this out like that, and then this will pop out like this, and here we can see all of our wires. And I'm gonna just go ahead and put the car in reverse and test this here to see if it's getting any power. Alright guys, this is getting power, which tells me that the sensor right here is no good. Alright, so now we determined that the sensor is actually bad, and I'm gonna order a new one, or first I'm gonna see how much they are, and then I may order a new one depending on how much it is. Very easy to access there, which is cool. So you go into the spa mode under body, and you can obviously, it's gonna tell you everything that goes on with each sensor. So it will actually, I put the car in reverse. I have a brake light out, but if I put it in reverse, it's gonna tell me park assist. Okay, so I'm gonna go into manually on or off here. Alright guys, I went over to Greco Brothers Saab. He's local to me, he's a local Saab guy, so if you're in the metropolitan area of New York here, New York, Jersey, Connecticut, he's getting hundreds of clients of Saab guys out there. So I don't know if any of you out there have gone to him. Great company, great organization. He does happen to have parts cars laying around, so he has a 9.5. I went and picked up a new to me sensor for this parking sensor. So let's see if this solves the problem. And bam, a little couple love taps and we got it all in there. Let's go put this thing in reverse. Oh baby, look at this. Park assist is working. Beautiful. Let's see how much it works when I go like this. Ready, guys? Oh man. Alright guys, so we have officially fixed everything wrong with this Saab. This video concludes everything that is wrong with the Saab. We fixed everything in the engine bay, we got the engine mounts in there, we fixed the leather seat inside, we fixed the shifter boot in the last episode, we scrubbed down the interior, now we fixed the parking sensor failure. The next thing we're gonna do, which is going to be the last thing, is we're gonna fix the rust on the dog legs on the outside, and then we're gonna go ahead, buff this paint, give it a nice ceramic coating, and I am going to post this car for sale. So alright guys, so that concludes this video. We have fixed everything that is wrong with this Saab. This car was sitting in a field for 2 years, not being driven. The tires are still in good shape. It looks like the brakes are brand new. It still needs to be driven to get some of the rust off the surfaces, but I may have a trick for that. However, everything in the engine bay has been taken care of. We took care of the oil pan. We've taken care of the engine mounts. There isn't anything leaking in terms of oil under the bay, so that is good. Taking care of everything on the interior. The leather's been scrubbed, the carpets have been scrubbed, the leather stitching has been fixed from one of the seams being undone in the last episode, so be sure to check that out. And now in this episode we finalized the parking sensor failure, which concludes everything that was literally wrong with this car mechanically, fundamentally. In the next episode, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for it. We're gonna fix the dog leg rust on this car, and then of course we're gonna go ahead and buff and paint this. We're gonna go ahead and do a paint correction and buff on this car, get all the swirls and surface scratches out, and then I'm gonna post the car for sale, guys. The reason why I want to sell this car is because I've driven one of these cars personally for many years. I put over 200,000 miles on mine. I had an automatic. I did everything on I did all the tuning to it that I could for an automatic. And I want to do something different on the channel. I am looking for a 2004 new or newer 9.5 in a manual transmission. I want to go ahead and do a performance build for you boys. And I feel that the best thing for me to do with this car is to sell it to one of you guys. You guys are all car enthusiasts. So I figured that the best option is to provide this car to one of you because it's going to go into a good pair of hands. This car is a really, really good car. It's got freaking amazing bones. There's like literally no rust underneath the car on the underbody, just the typical dog leg rust. So we're gonna address that, and that should be it for this car. This car was we got lucky with this car. I took a really big risk. You never know with these engines, you know, what kind of shape they're being left in. And this car, you know, had a little bit of stuff on under the hood there, and it's ready to go, guys. We've got the tires are good, everything's ready to go. So I'm gonna leave you off on that, guys. If you guys are interested, if any of you are interested in the car or local to me in the tri-state area here, or want to come drive out and pick this car up or whatever it is, be sure to drop an email to me. I'll leave my link below. You guys can contact me through there, and first come, first serve. I'm gonna ask $2,500. That's the asking price on the market for these. I can probably go more, but I just want to be fair to you guys. It's a really sound car, and that's a really good price for a really sound car. And if you haven't been watching the build, be sure to check out the build, because I've gone through everything on this car. So instead of me talking some more, I'm going to leave you off on that. You guys are awesome. I appreciate all the support as always. And like I said, I'm looking for another 9.5 manual transmission, 2004 or newer. So 2004 to 2009 9.5 manual transmission. That's what I'm looking for. That's the next project for me, is to do a performance build for you guys. So if anybody out there sees one in their market, drop a comment in the email section, or drop a comment in the comment section, or if you're going to email me, throw an email in there with a link to something that may be local to you or that you may be aware of. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time.